do good to them that despitefully misuse you? You mean to tell me that if someone strikes me on one cheek, that I got to turn the other cheek? To find my life, I got to lose. It is better to give and see. If this is yes, in order to see, you must say a prayer for me.
I'm finna end this shit carefully. I'm feeling like nobody cares for me. All of my closest peers deceased. I witnessed mama shed tears from grief. I ain't been able to smile in weeks. I'm feeling weak. God should call his child asleep and let my body rest for once. Let my soul be free. Pray for forgiveness. This suicide mindset is a sickness and it prayer works. That'd be my only good prescription, cause I need it. Been trying to walk with Jesus with these legs of a paraplegic. Fall from the bottom, the steepest reach for achievement.
As an adult, how do you consciously want to stay ignorant for the rest of your life? Okay, if you've been lied to and somebody comes and tell you the truth, how do you as an adult, a grown man, stay blinded? Blood and Crippin started in California. It was adopted or imported.
That's a situation that's like, you know what I'm saying, real epidemic around the country right now. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of, I'm from the East Coast, I'm from North, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of niggas on the East Coast claiming West Coast hoods, West Side hoods.
Dudes in the East Coast originally ain't have gangs like Bloods and Crips. We had, street gangs or whatever.
We where it started. Even though y'all outnumber, even though there's more of y'all out here, Homeland is where Homeland is.
The East Coast Bloods, they following something that we already done.
Bloods is our shit. Y'all took our shit and blended it with elements from somewhere else.
I say since the 80s, I'm going back and forth. My family lives in Pittsburgh, they live in Jersey, Georgia, Miami, New York. I even got kicked out of school on the West Coast and was going to school on the East Coast, and we was slanging a lot of time. I really officially put down the first set was out in Little Rock, Arkansas. We was slanging dope there, and then we went to the Hill District of Pittsburgh. A homie of mine got killed from New York, and I fucked with the Jamaican posse homies. And a nigga named Ray Children, he a Crip nigga from Pittsburgh, went to California, came back pushing Kelly Park, So Kelly Park, I'm from Elm Street, we banging hard, that's a bumping thing. So he had everybody wearing blue rags, everybody had red rags. So within a minute, it was suitable business.
Bloods and Crips started importing and exporting in the different states through correctional facilities, through just family.
With the dope trade, the dope game, people are mobile. You know what I'm saying? The logistics, meaning from A to B, you move from one point to the next point. So while we're pushing that product, we're pushing the movement. Wherever we went, we was blooded up, we took over. Whether it's Allentown, Pennsylvania, Cleveland, Ohio, Columbus, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Newark, East Orange, Plainfield, Camden, Brooklyn, Queens, Rhode Island, Boston, Atlanta, Miami. In Miami, the homies come from Southside Piru, but they from the East. And in Orlando, we got a lot of homies. Jacksonville, okay, Alabama, a lot of treetop homies down there who I fuck with. We just push the whole line.
What happens is, because dudes in LA are so into it that when they come to these other cities and they meet these dudes who want to get on, they say, I'm gonna teach them how to gangbang. So when you teach them how to gangbang, now you're teaching them about what gangs is your rivals, how to throw up, how to diss other hoods or whatever. And now you got it to where as though when these dudes is coming into these cities from LA or from wherever, now the dude that you taught how to gangbang is running around gangbanging, and it causes a problem for you to even be there, because now they running up and trying to tear up somebody's neighborhood because of something you taught them.
It's kind of like a catch-22 on both coasts. The homies back home on the West Coast is mad, or not really mad, or they not understanding what's going on, because the homies that came out here to the East Coast that put them up on game and gave them the green light didn't come back home and tell us what was going on or what they did out here on the East Coast. So it's kind of tricky. It's like a breach of it's like a breakdown in communications on both sides. OG Mack did what he did, and the homies did what they did. So it's kind of fucked up.
There's another OG Mack, the East Coast homie from UBN, and I could tell you my interactions with him. about in 1993, I say /94, when I was on the East Coast in New York, he started pushing the bloodline out there, and homies were coming at me and saying that OG Mack was saying that, yo, y'all niggas can't rock on the East Coast. And I'm like, why not? Because y'all from Cali, you know, West Coast and stuff. And I said, wait a minute. We went to his house on 183rd and Davidson, me and the homie Brazy K from Bounty Hunter, K-Dog, the homie Capone from Bounty Hunters, the homie Puppet from Mad Swan, I think it was 7'4", something, I don't remember. And who else was it? It was the homie Panama Red from Inglewood Family, and a couple other homies, you know, claiming West Coast. So we rolled up on the block while the New York niggas was there, you know, chopping it up, you know, we strapped up. And I just laid down the law. I said, look here, if West Coast niggas can't rock our hoods out here, y'all can't rock blood, because that's from the West Coast. After that, it was cool. We broke bread and everything. Then I found a nigga was trying to set me up to kill me. But the next day, he got arrested. So that's the story of OG Mack.
OG Mack, kind of fucked up, homie. I don't know you, but I'm out here on the East Coast looking at some of the shit you started, and you kind of fucked up.
And there were two. There was you, and it was OG Mack Drama. Okay, so it was two Macks that was calling me at one time. You did talk to me, but real talk, homie, the conversation that we had that you went back to the hood and said was misinformation. That's real talk.
Both coasts is at fault. OG Mack from being out here and doing what he's doing, and the homies from being back at home and doing what they doing. So it's, you know, we gotta pretty much come to some type of agreement, or at least some type of understanding, so a lot of this will be resolved.
You got a lot of cats, especially out here in this city right now, that's banging all these LA hoods, man. They ain't spoke to a nigga, they don't know nobody, they ain't even touched that turf, been to a hood day or nothing in that hood, so and losing their freedom for big homies in blocks that they ain't never seen or never will see.
Certain homies that came from the West Coast to the East Coast and gave homies out here green light, and then went back home and didn't say nothing. Where's the communication at? Now the homies out here on the East Coast is stuck with, we bloods, but what do we do now? Okay, the bloods on the East Coast that was given the green light, that was given a stain or their status, what do? They have to implement certain rules to accustom by their lifestyle for survival. You know, and we can't be mad at that.
My problem really be with the, you know what I'm saying, the niggas on the West, man, that, you know what I'm saying, be really talking shit about niggas out here on the East, though. Like, I'm from 135, though, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Jersey, though, right? I'm not from 135, you know what I'm saying? That's what I claim, though, you know what I'm saying? But niggas like me done been out there to the turf. I done been in Bompton and shit, right? But you got niggas out on the West and shit, you know what I'm saying, throw rocks, you know what I'm saying, stones at niggas out here on the East 3,000 miles away for claiming hoods out there, right? Like that's a fucking sin or some shit, you know what I'm saying, niggas banging your hood, right? But the niggas that bring the shit out here, don't want to say nothing to them niggas. Holler at them niggas that's right in LA, that come out here to the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, start breeding niggas. You know what I'm saying, you can't fault a little 13-year-old, 14, 15-year-old little nigga who really don't know too much about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he feeling this Damu thing, he feeling this red rag thing. So the niggas he meet, you know what I'm saying, these niggas claiming an LA hood or some shit. You can't fault that nigga because he a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what you claiming. I know real niggas from all type of hoods, homie.
And that's fucked up because I feel like they sending a lot of these young niggas out here to die, not really knowing why they dying. So I kind of opposed to that. I don't think that West Coast niggas should be putting East Coast niggas on their sets and different things like that.
Somebody say a prayer for me, pray for me, pray for me.
It's different. The East Coast homies have to apply West Coast gang banging to East Coast living. And that includes their surrounding, their hustles, their get downs, their defense. Everything that's derived on the East Coast is blended with the blood.
Shit, that's the difference is like, that's like saying what's the difference between a Gucci bag from the Gucci store and the Gucci bag from 28th Street. Like, the West Coast bloods, they the authentic. They It's official. That's the origin. We the originators.
We don't ride the five back home. We don't talk in codes. We don't do the secret hand or the handshakes. We don't do none of that in California. The real gangbangers, we don't do that, my nigga.
Like niggas that ride the five, that whole line is straight out of Chicago, and everybody know that. But for some apparent reason, even though now that niggas know that, they still refuse to fix it and make it right.
That's why, like I was just telling you earlier, how they got 40-year-olds talking about they bloods just got put on. I'm like, it's just funny. It's not the same. To me, it's not the same at all.
Now, it depends on what age limit that they start getting turned into the gang life. Certain friends do certain things. Certain friends just go on vacation, go to YA or whatever, what have you. That's like normally around, kids start being bad in elementary real spit. They being bad, you know, meeting other little bad kids in elementary, but they normally don't get put on until like around junior high school. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where the elementary school is, they'll run around and hear another little kid saying blood or another little kid saying cuz, and you know, they'll pick up the lingo. Then depending on where they have to leave school and go home at, if they live in the wrong neighborhood from what they go to school in, it kind of confuses them, so they're gonna have to pick and choose where they want to be from. And you know, that probably make that little kid have to turn to a rider at an early age, because if he at school and all his friends are saying blood and he living in a Crip neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, he gonna have to go through that gauntlet. That's at junior high school. Elementary too, you pick it up elementary, but junior high school, that's when you start getting tough. You can start playing basketball, getting athletic and shit, getting swole. You and your homies chilling. This nigga say the wrong word, you the swollest nigga out the crew. You sock this nigga up. Uh-oh, guess who the man? And then your ego get to rolling. Then it's a cycle. So like the age limit, it depends. You're not supposed to get put on in your 20s. Unless you early 20s, but that's like pushing the limit. If you get put on your mid 20s, your 30s, man, you ain't nothing but Pinocchio. And it's niggas that's younger than you, that's Geppetto. That means that you a puppet and they get to pull your strings. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
I got put on. We had to walk that circle. You already know. We had to get put on.
Another question I was asked: how do I feel about people in their older years? Our twilight years coming to me, hey man, I'm gonna be put down. I want to get down with that movement. It's flattering, it's cool, but if you're 30 years old and 40 years old and you want to join the gang, I think you need to have a sit down with Dr. Phil. Real talk. You're a grown ass man. You know, I got down this as a kid. I was 12 or 13 years old. You know what I mean? Didn't know what I was doing, you know. But a grown man, come on, you should be rooted already. And you know, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be blood till I'm buried in mud, okay? I'm gonna be red until I'm dead. You know, to me it's Paru Damu Subu. If it ain't Paru Damu, you might as well be doo-doo. No offense, but that's how I feel. But with that being said, if you a grown ass man coming to this, you need some mental therapy, real talk. Cause this ain't for everybody, and if you grown and you need this, you know, something's wrong with you. We come to this as kids. We come in because it's family. It's a comedy, you know. It's like being in the army. You bond, like being playing sports. You bond with your fellow teammate. You know, your homie is your brother. He's your father. He's your confidant. Some might be your son or your daughter. You know what I mean? It's that type of family bonding that we bring to each other. But that's as kids, and we grow up with that. A grown person does not have relationships like that as a grown person. I don't care if you got it to your job, to your church, to your synagogue, or your mosque, or through your affiliation with the Masons, the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. If you don't have no type of affiliation with someone like that, something is wrong with you. And you come to me talking about you want to get put on, you must be a policeman.
All them niggas that's 40 years old just now gangbanging, son, them niggas is whack, son. For real, son, them niggas is whack, son. Them niggas ain't talking about shit.
Initiation, it ain't cutting nobody's face. It ain't none of that bullshit that motherfuckers do in other parts of the country. When I got put on, I had to knuckle up. I got my nose broke getting put on Avenue Paru. We had to squab, we had to put in work, pay our dues the right way.
It's a way of life. It ain't just like, it's not a passing fad. It's not no we in and we out type of shit. Like it's some for life shit. And out here, it's not the same. It's not the same. A lot of set hopping and shit like that, like shit that we wouldn't even go for out on the West Coast.
You got to get your ass whooped, or you got to knock some of the homies out in the process of getting put on the hood, my nigga. The same shit that I had to go through, the same shit that the homies had to go through before me, the same shit that they had to go through before them. It's a set way. You get your ass whooped, you put in work. Or if you got mad squabbles, nigga, you handle your knuckle game, go put in work. Stay with the homies. The original shit. There's no new way of getting put on the hood. There's no real such thing as an honorary member unless you was born in it.
Niggas think this shit just something to play with, like it's just an outfit you put on in the morning, you feel me? Like a bandana, just a pair of shoes to these niggas.
A lot of these young cats think that when they get down with Bloods, they turn into something. They become like this, like a superhuman. Like, oh, I'm from Bloods, I'm about to go ride out. I'm about to go, oh, he fool, he ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas turn into something when they become Bloods.
East Coast is more organized. Here on the West Coast, you got about 50 million OGs. On the East Coast, about maybe 2 or 3 shot callers. You make a call, it's done. It's more organization on the East Coast than on the West Coast. Other than that, on the West Coast, I could kill. Come here, homie. This is my homie right here, V. He's from from Michigan too. He's out here in AZ. He's a homie. I could kill this man. It's not gonna happen to me. You know why? He's black, and we're on the West Coast. Don't give a fuck about niggas. Now in New York, if I kill him, the homicide gonna discover the case, and I'm gonna get fined. They're gonna use forensics. What they call shit?
What?
Forensics, yeah, forensics. Sorry, I said forensics. They can use forensics, and niggas will get caught. Real talk. But out here, that's not the case. All right, thank you, homie. Get back to what you're doing. Easy peace. But really, other than that, the difference ain't no difference. We bleed the same, we ride the same, we die the same.
Real game, real rules. It's some real shit out here. It's real shit that the homies out here on the East Coast is doing. They getting real time.
We've allowed the media to infiltrate and to create the divide and conquer on the Bloods from the East Coast toward the Bloods on the West Coast, because of the fact that we allow media and law enforcement to create this stigma to say that who's real and who's false. Now I can say that some people were misled and some people were miseducated, but I can't say there's a such thing as a fake blood. I've read things online, and I've read, articles that law enforcement put out where they said that East Coast Bloods were fake Bloods and they were nothing like the Bloods on the West Coast. I can't say that, because there's no such a thing if people are living and dying for it, because there's no fake deaths. When we put those people in the ground, our people are dead.
The media gonna be the media though. You already know that. They gonna try to downplay any type of movement. That's what they did to Huey and all. You know how it go, man. They gonna try anything that we put together, any movement, any type of strength us as black people put together, they gonna try to break it, because they know we run the world for real.
This is a real life situation. It's dudes in these cities that's really out there banging, and people is losing their life over it.
Gang banging ain't make the East Coast, man. Niggas been out here killing before gangs even touched the scene.
I think the fake Bloods is the new motherfuckers that's coming up under that fad shit, that fad blood shit. If you coming up on it, being like one of the trending Bloods, you not a blood, homie. You not Pyro, you not Brim, you not none of that shit. If you trendy, if you like that, come on, my nigga. We don't get down like that. We keep it old school. We go by the G code.
I feel like if you really say you a blood or whatever, you gotta make your pilgrimage and come to the West Coast and see how they put it down on the West Coast. And I bet you a lot of these young boys out here change their whole outlook, and they gonna want to start doing the right thing, going to church or something, and they ain't gonna want no parts of this shit for real.
Personally, man, like, I feel like with this Damu thing, you know what I'm saying, there really ain't no boundaries to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not confined to nobody hood, nobody county or state, you know what I'm saying? This shit is like a national thing, right? So, with that being said, like, you're gonna have homies claiming, like, since this Damu thing did start in LA, you're gonna have niggas around the country claiming some of those hoods that ain't never been there, right? But this my thing though, right? You know what I'm saying? If you out here, especially in North though, like, you know what I'm saying, you claiming these LA hoods, shit, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, at some point, man, you're supposed to make it your business, you know what I'm saying, to touch that turf though.
I can't say it's the right way to gang bang. I would say just do your own thing, like for real. I can't say it's no right way. Niggas live, niggas die. Some of us get luckier than others.
I I'm getting reports that it's East Coast sets that's like really like got the green light on homies on the East Coast that's banging West Coast sets under West Coast rules. They still East Coast niggas, but they want to get their gang banging right.
Me growing up in the game, you know, being on the East Coast, knowing dudes from LA, I would just say put a stop to all of it. Like, whatever is in LA, however they do it in LA, leave it like that.
If you got niggas in another city, another state, you know what I'm saying, pushing the line instead of trying to kick down on them niggas, they gonna push the line anyway. Y'all niggas ain't hopping on planes coming over here shutting shit down. So why not, you know what I'm saying, inform these niggas and teach these niggas the proper way, man. You know what I'm saying, help these niggas do something for their communities, their hoods and shit.
When you get down to the bottom of it, from gang banging or repping your hood, you're really killing your own people.
The game chose us, like they say.
Like all of the talk about, you know, dudes in LA, or even dudes from LA sets are banging against dudes from East Coast sets. Like it's not facts. Like I come from an era, being from Bloods, where it wasn't even cool to claim a Los Angeles set. Like I've been in this mix ever since claiming a Los Angeles set made you fool, and I've been through that whole lifestyle, and he's been on the opposite end of the lifestyle, claiming the East Coast set, being on the opposing end saying, well, niggas claiming East Coast, niggas claiming West Coast sets that don't rock in New York, and New York we claim this, that, and the third. And even after all of that time has went by, we're able to sit here together as a unit and let y'all know that there is a greater message in this. It is a more positive message. It's not always about being enemies and who's at each other's throat.
People walking around with bandanas on their face and screaming and yelling. That's what the public and society look at blood as, some savages, some animals, and we people that this is what we do. This is our culture. This is our way of life. You feel me? I can take it way back. We tribal people. In Africa, we was in tribes.
And it's funny to me because, like, if you're gonna do something, you might as well start your own shit. Like, don't emulate something and then add your own twist to it, or emulate it and then really like try to say a real nigga told you to do something that a real nigga ain't never told you to do.
We gotta pretty much come to some type of agreement, or at least some type of understanding, so a lot of this will be resolved. There's no way that you can get put on a gang from the internet.
Gang banging is not even on the streets anymore. It's on the internet. Nah. It's like you internet banging. You cussing out rival gang members on Facebook or on Twitter or on MySpace if you still on MySpace. And you shouting out all of these sets and you whacking out all of these other sets. The truth of the matter is that you do not have that heart in you to hit the streets and do anything of what you're talking about.
That's all these niggas can do now. These niggas is what Storm Buck Robbie called them mouse pad mobsters.
You can be a killer on a keyboard.
That's all they do. They get on the internet and they talk reckless and say all kind of grimy shit. And but they pussies, like straight up, you a pussy.
Internet and shit, internet banging and shit, like how I feel about niggas.
Internet banging.
Facebook. That's like the latest fad with gang shit now. Like niggas is like niggas got like a whole line, like 50 niggas under them. Yeah. They never met. All except from that's the new shit now. Like that shit.
Bringing niggas home on the internet.
But it really happens. Like am I lying, blood? This shit really happen nowadays.
If you on the internet telling a nigga what you gonna do, not only you a pussy, you a snitch too. For real, all that internet shit. Like if you got a problem with a nigga, holla at a nigga in the street. All that Twitter banging and all you little niggas hitting my Twitter page with that bullshit, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. That shit is for the lames. That shit is for pussies and nerds. For real. Nobody takes you serious on Twitter.
If you really on the streets, you ain't got no time to be on the internet. Yeah. Whacking out a set. Like you sitting at home hitting shift and capitalizing the B and then lowercase in the C and hitting alt and putting 411 and slash, figuring out how to slash the C. Like, come on, like
when you really should be, you should be killing somebody and getting some vagina from some female and bagging up your work and hitting the strip because you a gangster. So you know what I'm saying? So don't be inboxing me and DMing me on my Twitter about no gang stuff, you guys.
You never see them niggas in the streets. You never see them niggas putting their work. I'm gonna be honest, the real active niggas don't have time to be on the computer. They out there on the streets getting their grind on. You see these packages like this? They out there in the street making the stuff that I need to put in the package to send y'all niggas back east, you know? Put a couple pounds of weed in there. No, I'm just kidding. This is my warehouse right here. We do merchandising, we do shirts, we do a lot of things. But the real niggas who are active, they're not on the computer. They're out there getting their hustle on, getting their grind on, getting their funk on. I'm on the computer because I'm not active, okay? Not no gangbanging shit, I'm still gangster, but I'm beyond that now. I'm making these chits right now. But my active niggas, you won't find them on no MySpace, on no Twitter, at this, that, that, third.
Listen, man, I get motherfucking messages damn near every day from little niggas from around the country. Hey, what's up, blood? What's happening, big homie? Shit, I'm trying to get down with the 135s. I'm trying to get down with the homies on twerk gang, man. And you know what I tell these little niggas? Sometimes I don't respond depending on the mood I'm in, right? But most of the time I tell these niggas, I say, yo, homie, you can't be serious, man. You can't possibly respect what you're doing.
You shouldn't even be talking gang activities on the internet anyway.
I go on the internet and I see shit that has no business online. I see some people that are really actual gang members, I'm not gonna call names, but I see that they put all of their neighborhood's business out, a lot of these young guys. You know, it's nothing wrong with being online. Everybody's on Facebook. Shit, I'm on Facebook. But at the same time, you don't put shit on Facebook all about the hood and, you know, we having a meeting over here and all this extra bullshit that had the feds all over everybody's ass.
Nigga, do you know what a computer is, nigga? It's nothing to get all your information off the computer, short. A nigga can easily just type in your name and get your address.
Ain't nothing wrong with using the internet or the computer for networking purposes, things to that nature, but out there recruiting niggas and bringing niggas home on a computer, man, you whack, dog. Like, you really whack as hell.
And niggas damn sure don't get on the computer and send text messages or Twitter or whatever you niggas do on the computer to other niggas from other gangs.
This ain't no fucking meet and greet, speed dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't get it from that hood, homie, then you ain't got it. It's as simple as that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you how niggas supposed to network and meet niggas, but I get sick of niggas hitting my shit talking about how can I get down with your hood. Nigga ain't told me his name or nothing.
You ain't never even been to my neighborhood, nigga, but you wanna get down with me. What? Niggas will put your ass in a box out here for that shit. Niggas don't computer bang my nigga.
Y'all remember back in the day when Crip Walking first came out and motherfuckers was laughing like, oh, the Crip done went Hollywood. Well, guess what? The Bloods is going Hollywood, my niggas. Y'all niggas is Hollywood, homie. I'm from Inglewood, y'all are Hollywood. Y'all gotta pay respect, y'all gotta pay homage, y'all gotta pay your dues, my nigga. Not just going to the gangster store and pay for some stripes. Nah, homie, your stripes is counterfeit.
I mean, it's like for me, it's like it works both ways. On one hand, I'm like, it's kind of like a slap in the face, because when I was doing my thing and if they heard a Damu or Suwu on the song, you know what I mean, that was like, oh my God, you can't say that. But yet still, Snoop and the other Crip rappers, they get to say cuz or whatever, and it's no big deal. But when we say it, it's like we said the most horrible thing ever. So now, at one token, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of good to see some niggas putting it down for the card. But on the other hand, it's like, it kind of hurt to see a lot of fake ass niggas putting it down for the card. A lot of niggas that's like banging from mansions and banging from in the valley and shit like that, where they don't really have to put it on the front line. They never put it on the front line. And you know what I mean? They just doing it to sell records.
It's like they just woke up one morning and said, yo, we gonna be blood.
Niggas money put them in position. Straight up. If you got receipts for your gang stripes, I'm not fucking with you. If you one of them just add water and mix instant gangsters, I'm not fucking with you.
What's even sadder is that you got a lot of real niggas that's vouching for these fake niggas just for a paycheck.
They doing it because there's nobody stopping them from doing it. There's no niggas from LA saying, y'all can't do that. Y'all ain't get put on out here. Y'all can't push that. So that money is talking.
At the end of the day, I feel like if you're gonna do that, then you should at least be schooling these niggas correctly. If you're telling niggas the do's and the don'ts, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. There's a lot of reckless shit going on that a lot of these young rap niggas, they gonna see when they start running across the real. When they run across them real Crips, that ain't trying to hear that I'm a rapper shit. That's when it's gonna go down.
The subculture of the Los Angeles gang member is one of the most misrepresented cultures that exist today. We are misrepresented in the movies. We are misrepresented in music. We're exploited by these industries, and don't a dollar of this money go back into our communities. Now, one of the things about this is that if a rapper is out there and he's doing his thing, and he's originally and from that neighborhood officially, and he's to put his work in, then he has rights to this. Because of the fact that if you have rights to this, you have a right to tell your story. But you have no rights to this if you're just out here exploiting us. Because one of the things about all this that deals with us is the fact that, let's say, greatest example in the world. We got a little white kid living in, let's say, Des Moines, Iowa somewhere. He listens to one of these rappers that got a red bandana hanging out of his pocket. Now all of a sudden he wants to go start a gang up, and he starts his gang up with these little, say, little white kids, whatever, right? Now they running around with red bandanas, but they run into a real gang, and they run into some Crips, and they got blue bandanas. Now all of a sudden, the little white kid ends up getting killed or getting one of his friends killed in the midst of this. What happens is they blame the gang member, the real gang members for this. They don't blame the rapper that made the song. They look at the gang member who set the culture, who's living the life that has nothing to do with it. A lot of people are out there rapping, and they advocate certain terms of negativity to the point where if they were really from those neighborhoods, then they wouldn't advocate that.
You disrespecting Bloods, and you ain't paying homage to none of the B-Dog niggas that paved the way for y'all niggas.
Even though that's part of our lifestyle, this ain't something that we trying to glorify. You feel me? This something that we trying to get out of and do something for our younger brothers and shit like that.
How you can be Blood and just run through the industry thinking you can do what you want and say what you want and don't gotta answer to nobody.
If you making money and you going back to your community and you helping your people, and the Blood thing, something's going on in your community, no matter what city, state, or country will say that you may come from, and you going back and putting something in there, you know, you helping your people, giving them jobs or doing anything to better the lifestyles of the people that come from your neighborhood, then I commend you for that. But for those that are just exploiting it, those just walking around just acting like they Bloods, those that are out there exploiting our lifestyles, then they have no rights to this. And in my opinion, if they're exploiting the lifestyle, they need to answer every time that they come in contact with real Blood.
Niggas that got all this money that's gangbanging now, niggas is whack, son. The rap game whack because of niggas like that, son. We need more niggas like, we need more niggas like my nigga Pop, man. I can't think of nobody else really, but that's off the top of my head. All these other rappers, Rick Ross, and sold 100 keys in the last CD I listened to. You feel me? I know the feds listening. You feel me? These niggas is whack, son. That's just my opinion, man. Y'all got your own opinion, but I'm doing this shit for my niggas in the hood that don't rap, but they see shit through a different point of view. Like if I had a camera, I'd be taking pictures. I would show y'all life like that, but I'm a rapper, so I break shit down with my words and try to show you the shit that we trying to come up out of. So for all them rappers that glorify gang banging, shooting niggas, all that stupid shit, man, go ahead, man. That's what we got.
Don't let these old funny fugazi, mark ass, target practice, bitch ass, studio banging ass rappers influence you to fuck your life off, because they not contributing nothing to your life, my nigga. There's nothing that they doing for you personally. But you on the other hand, you go buy their CDs, some of that money going in their pocket, and they not real at all.
It's more than just wearing a flag or saying you a gang. A lot of violence and danger come with this shit. You go into another nigga neighborhood, you know, you a little young nigga, you all hype, you just seen a Lil Wayne video, you wanna wave your flags and the nigga bust your stupid ass.
We just letting y'all know that these dudes ain't right. Don't follow these dudes. Don't believe these dudes because they sell 1 million records. Don't make him the realest Blood. No matter what he say, no matter how many Suwus, no matter how many red flags he got in his video, he not realer than him, me, the man behind the camera, the producer, you know what I'm saying? He's not no realer, he just got more money.
A rapper can, they in the studio, they can turn it off, they done recording, they can go to their nice home, with their nice wife, with their nice children, or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta worry about nobody running up on them. For me, it was everyday life, like paranoid.
You gotta hold people accountable for what the fuck they say, what they do, their actions. You feel me? That's for the rappers and shit like that, you feel me? The niggas is talking about all of this stupid shit, killing this, killing that, doing this, doing that. Soon as that shit hits close to home, the families be crying. But they out there supporting that same message, you feel me? So if you ain't holding people accountable to what the fuck they saying, then you really ain't part of no movement, you feel me? Like the industry is whack, son. It's being controlled by other people, and it's all gimmicks, son. Straight up, it's all gimmicks. It's not no real solid messages in this shit. Like it ain't that many solid messages in this shit.
Like who puts you niggas on? I want to see some of the YouTube footage. I want to see some footage of niggas getting put on, because niggas is buying their genius now. Now it seems like niggas don't even have to get put on no more. We had to show knuckle game and show that we wasn't gonna be afraid when it came time to have to collide with the enemy. So these niggas is like, niggas ain't getting put on no more. There's too many niggas that's doing rap videos and shit saying they banging, and I don't see enough black eyes in videos. So niggas ain't getting put on.
Now, how do I feel about rappers who are members of gangs? I feel positive as long as they're not doing nothing negative. If they are bringing homies from the hood, from that street life into this industry life, I'm all for it. But if all they're doing is spitting garbage to get people riled up to go out there and kill each other, I'm against it. And I'm the worst enemy.
Man, a lot done changed since first season, you know what I'm saying, Cold Red, like, you know what I'm saying, I got a lot going on right now. Since then, man, I had that first book come out, you know what I'm saying, that shit done did its numbers, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of niggas respecting that, you know what I'm saying, getting motivated off that. But since then, I'm working on my second Get Out, man, shit called Not at Their Expense. You know what I'm saying, I ain't really gonna get into too much of what that's about. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's shit I've been through shit in the last 6 years. You know what I'm saying? So I've been fortunate just from the first one, man, to be, you know what I'm saying, traveling. So I be all over the country, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be all over, like trying to. My interest lie in the youngsters nowadays. I mean, you know, I'm still fuck with the homies, like that's all cool, but I do got an invested interest in those that's coming up that, you know what I'm saying, they just getting started, man, like really trying to set the foundation, like proper for them. Because we losing our lives to the grave and to prison too much, man. I'm tired of that shit, my nigga. So, you know what I'm saying, this second book really is more so about like evolution, you know what I'm saying, about change, like transition. You know what I'm saying, my transition. You know what I'm saying, a lot of niggas out here just don't know, they don't know how to do that shit. They don't know what the fuck that even mean. What changed me? Like, what else is there than this? You know what I'm saying? So I really try to detail in this next one for myself. I only speak for me, Jawi. I only speak for me, like what I've been through and how I got through it. You know what I'm saying? I try to detail that in the second book. You know what I'm saying? At least try to lay a foundation down for those that might be stuck, you know what I'm saying? Trapped like I was, man, when I was young. Hopefully that shit motivation, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this shit's inspiring to a little youngster out here, man, that want to do something with himself, man, but you know what I'm saying, he just don't know how, you know what I'm saying? So that's my next Get Out. And then I got some new shit that I'm working on right now with the boy Forrest Whitaker, man. You know what I'm saying? He was an executive producer on the first and second season of Brick City. He directing this new joint that I'm in. It's with me and the boy Ishmael Bay. You know what I'm saying? A brother from Sierra Leone. He wrote a book called A Long Way Gone. You know what I'm saying? He was a child soldier, you know what I'm saying, recruited into the you know what I'm saying, to the camps, you know what I'm saying, at a young age. So me and him got this documentary called Soldiers of Peace that Forrest Whitaker directed right now. Pretty much it's me and a homie, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be traveling like this, the world, man, like not even the country. So we're gonna be traveling a little bit, meeting different world peace leaders and, you know what I'm saying, activists throughout the country, not part himself, throughout the world. That's you know what I'm saying, interacting with them on their methods and, you know what I'm saying, techniques on just, you know what I'm saying, achieving peace in the street, man, because what work in this city may not work in that city. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is all about, you know what I'm saying, ciphering information. I'm gonna do what I do on a regular, man. I'm gonna go out here, man, and try to, you know what I'm saying, lay something down for this next generation, man. Hopefully somebody, you know what I'm saying, can learn something from it. You know what I'm saying?
Even though we just shot part 1 a few years ago, like, my life has dramatically changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's become so severe that, you know, my best friend was kidnapped and killed, you know, due to gang violence. And the people that murdered him wasn't even from a rival Crip gang, it was Bloods. We all supposed to be Bloods, but just Bloods killing Bloods. You know what I'm saying? And like it's hitting home. Even with my little brother, my younger brother is from Peru. We got into an altercation with some other dudes from Bloods, and it didn't turn out good. And now he got like 30 years in jail. You know what I'm saying? So like all situations like that are making me realize that this is really not the life that you want to take on. You think it is because it sounds good, you think it is because it look good, but in all actuality, it's not. Like, you gonna lose. It's like I heard somebody say one time, there's no winning in this, it's just different degrees of losing. And that's what it is. Like, there is no come up situations. You know what I'm saying? Being from Bloods, you're not going to become rich being from Bloods and be able to glorify it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one situation going on right now where a homie from the set, you know, a couple of young homies from the set was, you know, just being anxious and thirsty to be down with the set, to want to go and harm somebody because they feel that they want to put in work and they want to be active and they want to be noticed, and they went and committed a murder. And when it's time for them to be judged for that murder by the court system, because they don't understand the full concept behind being from a gang and doing what they did, the first thing they say is, the big homie told me to do it.
My nigga Rum asked me this shit a while ago. This question came from this. He called me, he said, yo. He was like, yo, Jawee, let me ask you a question and shit. He was like, you know what I'm saying, niggas is pushing the line and shit, going hard, right? Banging for the turf, not letting nobody come through disrespecting, you know what I'm saying, and being reckless, right? I said, hell yeah. Yeah. He said, so when niggas do that, who do they leave behind to protect your women? He said, who do they leave behind to protect their children, their mamas, and their wives? I had gave him so much in answering this question. I said, who holding the hood down? I said, my gunners holding the hood down, my shooters, my YGs, homie, the niggas, when I say get him, he say got him. Yeah, cause I was so, when a nigga Rum asked me that shit, I was so, cause I felt like he was challenging me when he asked me that shit. It was almost like, it was like, this paraphrasing, but he was like, you a man, right? Fuck, you a man? I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, what? He like, so when you in your hood, nigga, who hold your hood down? Like, he gassed me into the question. So I went in on this shit, like, what? Stop. And now I'm a pride on the line and shit. I'm like, what? I'm thinking of all my little homies and shit. I'm just thinking of names, like, come through my hood.
You'll see.
They'll show you better than we could tell you. So but I'm telling them it's all over the phone. My homies, woo-de-woo, turf gang and shit, woo-woo-woo. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it to him. So this nigga done let me spill the beans on him, right? Then he was like, why? The homie was like, so after all that's done and you kept it G, you in a bullpen, you meeting all your niggas, yeah, what's up, blood? And y'all niggas keeping it gangster. Who protecting your woman? Who protecting your wife, your child, and your mother? And man, I'm telling you, bro, that shit fucked me up. Because when he said it, it was real though. Like at that, when he said that, I knew he kind of urged me into going the way I went, just to hit me with that shit. I'm like, damn, like I done been in jail.
That's a good question.
I done been in the county. I done been out of state prison. all this time when I'm in the jails and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm holding the turf down, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't know who the fuck I am. But at the same time, like, who holding down the people I left behind and shit? I really ain't had no real answer for it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm gonna tell you, bro, I told that nigga shit, son. He'll tell you blood up on bloods. Nigga tell you, I said, yo, I'm gonna get back to you with that shit. Cause I ain't the type of nigga that just gonna talk cause you right in front of my face. I'll tell you 2 seconds status, homie. I'ma holler at you later about that. I ain't gonna just run my mouth because you in front of me, and I was like, damn, I said, I'm gonna get back to you on that shit, Funk. I don't know, I ain't gonna see a lot of you. That shit was a couple days, you know what I'm saying, 3, 4, 5 days, something like that. But I hit blood back, man. I told that nigga, I said, man, you right. There was no rebuttal to the question. No one's protecting them. Your ass in a bullpen, you in the county, you in a green monster. You in wreck, you in the yard. And they home alone, defenseless. That shit fucked me up, son. And when he said it, man, I mean, that's real shit, man. Like, those are the type of questions and situations that I think older homies need to really present to these youngsters out here. Because a lot of times we don't force these little niggas to think, man. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, man. No matter if you gangbanging or you in college and you a scholar, you still need to use your mind. Because you could be the hardest nigga on the street, but you could be dumb, get your noodles knocked. So even to be in the street, right, out here banging and shit, you still gotta have some type of intellect to how the streets go down. You know what I'm saying? And when he said that shit twisted me up, man. I'm like, he right though, like, and when he said it, all I thought back was all the time that I was in jail or when I was in prison. And I'm thinking like all them nights when I'm up, you know what I'm saying, making hookups and shit, and you know what I'm saying, I'm wondering like, you know, it's making me think what the people you left behind, what they going through. That shit not right. That shit not right. So, you know what I'm saying, like, I think nowadays, I mean, you gonna have to love your hood, you know what I mean, that's where you're from, but man, for you young homies out there that got them babies, right? Shit, man, they gotta be priority, man. I mean, I don't know no other way to tell you, man, because I got 4 of them. 3 girls and a little son, a little soldier. And shit, I love my funkies to death. But if, I mean, they come first, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel personally, if you handling your business, it never comes to a point where you got to choose. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. But you can't neglect one and pay homage to the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to handle your business. So I think, you know what I'm saying, niggas need to really spend more time with these kids, because we birthing a nation of fucking idiots, dog. I be hearing these little niggas, the shit they be saying to me, man. And it be the most idiotic shit in the world. Real talk, man. Like, I be like, damn, blood, you just said that? So my interest is in these youngsters, man. You know what I'm saying? My children and my little homies, man. Like, I mean, I'm still doing turf, I'm still sag and drink my little whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's his life, though. That's gonna happen. That's inevitable. Everybody gonna do that. But as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, instilling something in them, because I could die today, man. They gonna remember me, yo. They gonna remember me, something that I, know what I'm saying, try to teach them niggas. That's, you know what I'm saying, conducive to their lifestyle, man. So, you know what I'm saying, I just think we need to really, you know what I'm saying, spend more time with with our kids, man. Stop making these babies and being suckers, dog. Making all these kids being straight up suckers. Because then you leave them for the hood to raise them, get turned out, go to jail for life. That's it. That's like a fucked up cycle we got going on out here. Not solid over here, homie. So, you know what I mean? You got a couple of niggas out here that's really, because you're gonna have those that's gonna always feed into that train of thought. That ain't gonna change. But then you got the few niggas that's gonna step up, you know what I'm saying, try to fight that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be one of them niggas, man. Because I want one of my homies to be 30, 40 years old and be like, yeah, shit, my big homie said this, that, and the third 20 years ago. Shit changed my life, blood.
Yup. Whoa. Times 5. ML. Rest in peace, Lil Malcolm. It's your big bro, Jawi. This one for you and the whole X family. Much love, much respect. Salam. Whoa.
Now, which came first, huh? The gangster or the man? Once you understand that concept, maybe you'll figure out that plan. We fighting in a war for a land that's not even ours. And don't get it twisted, even a soldier can be a coward. Call to arms, but a plea for common sense. Banging is tribal by nature, yeah, track those footprints. Events were set in motion, racial motivated murders. The Panthers had manifested a knowledge and action merger. The government hushed that roared down to a murmur, labeled us subhuman, and J. Edgar Hoover was a pervert. Ember spark drifting, ignition is now imminent. Dormant militant minds are now awakened, a mimicking. Lifetime sentencing, third eye omnipotent. The old heads knowing the truth and the difference. We slipping in the darkness when we shifting in the offense. Man up, it's enough of this nonsense, yeah. Now, words travel, but the story gets altered. Seasons change, and false truths wither and falter. I repeat, halt, ceasefire. I know the streets tired. Take all of the beef and put it in a deep fryer. Cultures are created through living environments. Poverty bred violence, snitching instead of silence. See as evidence, evidently labeled as insubmissive.